Cool. So I actually think that because because these drawings are so old, well, let's see what year they're from. This is from 1935. If drawings if art gets to be like over 100 years old, it's goes into the public domain, so anybody can use them. You don't have to like buy the rights. So I think I could make a TV show, not a TV show, but I think I could use this image on YouTube and not get in trouble for it. I guess we'll find out. But as far as art goes, Disney is big and powerful, and they will sue you. So you can't use Disney images without their permission very easily. So who knows? This might never go anywhere. But I don't have my color pencils, but I think maybe today will be a good day for them. So hold on one second. Let me go grab them, and then if these guys show up, they show up. If they don't, then they don't. All right, hold on. Get my pencils, and we'll do this. So I've been talking about the last couple of days in my classes. I've been talking about there's this, I don't know what it is. I think it was like a scene in a movie where I should probably mute it next time. There's a scene in a movie where like someone makes a comment, and then another guy makes a comment, and then it like turns into this like huge fight. And like at the end, they're like, wow, that escalated quickly. Anyway, I'm not saying anything about fighting. I'm just saying this drawing, I think, is going to escalate quickly. So it's going to be like basically a building process, and every part of this like dancer here, there's no part of it that's like hard to draw, which is what I really like about it. But what it does have is kind of a lot of parts, and I think it's going to look really beautiful really quickly. So I think if we start, just like, don't try to draw the whole thing all at once. Let's just try to start with the heart. Okay, and that's going to be the the middle of the top of her dress. Okay, let's just start with the heart. And I'm going to use these color. The thing about colors, you kind of just have to be close with colors. You don't really need to be exact, and you can invent all the color, and you can invent colors anyway. So I have this blue green. This heart is interesting because it feels like it's tall. I can kind of see that the right side looks like it's a little bit darker, the right side line. So I might shade that in a little bit, just thicken the line a little bit. I'm going to probably come back in color. This might be a bold decision. Okay, yes, it was the right call. I have a sparkle gel pen, and it's a green. No, maybe it's out. It's out. I went through a huge gel pen phase. Like it lasted like a year. Now I'm not that into gel pens anymore. Okay, let me switch over to a blue. A lot of times I like to go up into the head. Like I like to do the head first, but I think the head is getting a little bit complicated because there's like hair, and then there's this hat, and there's that weird eye. So I'm gonna actually stick to like what I think is kind of on the easier side. And I'm gonna do her tutu dress, which is really just like like the top of a flower blossom. So there's like one arc that runs behind our heart, and then there's this like, rippled bottom of the flower. All right, hold on, guys. I'm going to mute myself so I can sharpen. Let me guess, Spencer, you're already done. Okay, good. All right, so I'm thinking kind of rainbow. I don't know, maybe it's not as tall as a rainbow, but it's definitely an arch. And the arch, I'm hoping to try and make that arch equal on both sides. So however far this tutu comes out and curls down, I'm going to try and make it look the same on both sides. And it really is an art skill. That I have this kid who he's like really talented, but he wants to know like what every skill is that we're practicing. And so far, basically we're working on shapes and we're working on mark making. So this part of the shape of the tutu, this is an arch or an arc. So it like, bends across. And, symmetry is when one side matches the other. So we're working on symmetry, mark making, and shapes. There seems to be like, if it curls down, it goes up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill. It depends on how you think about it. Like you could say you go uphill here and then into the valley. So up one hill, up two hills, up three hills. So up one hill, down in the valley, up two hills, down in the valley, up three hills, and then back again. You could have as many of those ripples that you could want. I just decided to count them just because sometimes I feel like being really accurate and copying things exactly. Sometimes I don't do that. So hopefully everybody in this group, knows the rules that you you have to maintain artistic independence here. So, and I think, Brielle, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but there's 3 rules of Mitchell School, and the third rule is maintaining artistic independence. So I come up with lessons that are supposed to be fun and inspiring. Ooh, there's 2 ovals on either side. So I'm decorating the flower / tutu. So I come up with lessons that I think are fun and, to have like a good like art experience. But if you want to draw, like if you want to like make this dress even bigger, or if you want to add more flowers, or you want to draw something else, please do that. Artistic independence means that, you make it your own. You make it, and it might be you copy it exactly how it is, and that is fun for you. Other times you may deviate, and that's a really good habit to get into, to have the confidence to, make your own art all the time, even if you're being influenced by other artists. Okay. Yeah. So there's like so much, not so much, but these little ovals that I put on there, these little spots on the petals, it feels like. I did a blue inner rim. I'm just adding circles to it. It's just kind of like it's just kind of decoration. It's just like, why do this? It's like, well, because it's pretty. It looks like there's some, I might switch over and do the green again. It seems like there's some these little, they almost look like I was thinking Christmas tree ornaments, but they're not like that. It's just like, might be part of like, they're almost like if it's a dress, these little spots that hang off are like tassels. But if it's a flower, it might be little like petal tips. It's a little bit of both. That's what's kind of neat about these drawings. And actually all the drawings on the page, they are, flowers or plants that have taken on, human characteristics. That's, part of the fun of it. I just found I wanted to do that gel pen, but I couldn't. I just found a nice yellow green that is doing the trick. It's pretty close. It looks good, so. I kind of want a gray. Ooh, this isn't gray, but I'm looking at the border of my dress, even though my border is kind of, my dress is a little bit smaller than the one in the picture. It's all right.
I'm finished.
Let's see it, dude. That's great. That's great. Do you have colors? Do you want to color it in?
Yeah.
You could also do, you think about it in black and white. You've got like some shading underneath the hat in here, and then you have the shading on the edge of the dress. So anyway, you could go back in and darken up some of your lines and add some tone. Or you can invent your own dancer too. You can make like almost like in like ballet, you have like many dancers on the stage at once. A lot of times they're wearing the same thing, so you could put two dancers next to one another. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good with this flowered tutu. And now I'm going to draw her. They look like ballerina, like it looks like a ballerina on her tippy toes. There's no like anatomy in the legs, but there do seem to be at least two shoots, two legs, and then one like overlaps the other. And so the right side here, it's like kind of a darker leg, and then the left side is a slightly lighter leg, and they like crisscross, and I think I don't have like in my mind, I feel like the ballerina, that pose when they're on their tippy toes, I think they do overlap their feet to almost make it look like it's one foot, to make it so narrow. Anyway, there's also the part that makes it look like a plant, which is these little leaves that kind of come off the ankles. So that's what's neat about it. I mean, it is a ballerina, but it's also a flower. Right. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Thank goodness. I couldn't figure out how I was going to do the face. But I realized what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this, what looks like a big eyeball. I'm going to start with that circle and then put a dot in the middle. So that's going to be the beginning of my flower and the beginning of my head. So from this angle, there's like two ways you can go. You could do the hair. So you can follow the top of the eyeball, and you can draw the, the most famous Disney cartoon character, I think, with red hair, I think is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I'm not saying this is Ariel from The Little Mermaid, but this ballerina definitely has red hair. And it's kind of like big and poofy. So I'm just trying to do these large curves that are both hair and I guess they're kind of petals. So it's weird that you would draw somebody's eye and then somebody's hair before you draw the rest of the face, but this isn't really even this really isn't even a person, it's a color. So I'm going to draw the bottom of what I think is the face. It's this orange circle. And then there's a little neck that connects the orange circle to the heart. Starting to shape up. I don't know how much I like that orange. I feel like I kind of want a darker orange. What's this orange look like? Is that darker? Not this one. That was a little lighter. Ooh, that's a nice dark one. Okay, cool. So half of me wants to put the hat, put this like, looks like a big bonnet. Honestly, that bonnet, it reminds me of one of the Seven Dwarfs. Like
Yeah,
at least the
same.
top of it. You see that? And who knows, this could be the same artist that developed the Seven Dwarfs. Anyway, the most elegant part, I think, of the entire painting or drawing is the S curve in her arms. So I'm going to start with the S curve of the top of her arms, mainly because it's darker. And it seems to attach kind of to the top of the heart. So if you think about an S, it's going to swell down and then curve up. So I have to do mine so it fits on the page, which is, not that bad. I mean, imagine taking this point and just moving it up a little bit higher. But there's an S that goes this way and an S that goes that way. Ooh, I made that too long. That's okay. I should have made this other one longer. I wonder if I could fix that. I love color pencils, people. It's just a really inexpensive way of playing with color. And most of us know how to draw. So it's like you get to draw with color. I love it. The only problem with it is that it's really hard to erase. And to the point where like when I'm making color pencil drawings, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I can't erase. So I guess I could maybe try. Should I try? Let's see if it just doesn't erase at all. No, it doesn't erase. It's so waxy.
That's why I like to use colored erasable pens.
You have color erasable pens?
I only have a colored erasable red pen, but
yeah, that sounds amazing. I've never heard of color erasable pens. Do you know what brand it is?
no, because they're erasable pens, but just color.
Yeah, but does it have a name on the side of the pen?
It's at my school, so I can't see right now.
I can also Google it. Or DuckDuckGo. So the top, it almost reminds me of like a wing. Honestly, it looks more like a wing. Well, especially in the position that I made it. So I did the top of it, and then I'm really just going to repeat the same thing to try to thicken it up, try to thicken up that arm. And the artist put like some decorations on the leaf, which is really pretty. I've got this little part that hangs off. So even though I made a mistake, I'm trying to work that. I'm trying to like make the best of it. I'm trying to minimize how bad it looks. And it couldn't always, mistakes usually have lead to something that is actually better than had you not made the mistake in the first place. I mean, when you make mistakes, there's two attitudes you can take. One is you can get frustrated about it, or you can like look for the opportunity in it. It's like, okay, well, something happened that I wasn't expecting, I wasn't intending, but there's something going on that I can turn into something really positive. So if you hold out and like look for the opportunity in the problem, you almost always find it. And then what you thought was a problem, it turns out to not have been a problem. It just is a step along the way for you to accomplish your goals. All right, I'm going to mute myself for a second because I have to sharpen this pencil. Yeah. Oh, Stacy's okay. It doesn't feel like Saturday morning without Stacy. Is everything okay? She's probably just at like a volleyball tournament or something. Morgan is her son Morgan's like a really good volleyball player. Okay, so I'm just gonna decorate. Ooh, yes. So I'm gonna make mine a little bit thicker. My petal a little bit thicker so that it doesn't look like I made any mistakes. So I'm hiding the mistake, not because I'm ashamed of the mistake, but I'm hiding it so that so it looks good. And with things that are symmetrical, whatever you do on the left side, you can do on the right side. So I extended this and I added a red bottom. So I'm going to add a red bottom to this side too. Oh yeah. And the artist has this really wonderful composition between, kind of this yellow golden, like the orange color, and the red. There's like this play of blank paper, yellow, orange, and red. So I don't have to copy it exactly, but I can still have the fun play of those colors, the orange and the white of the paper and the red all interacting. Ooh, maybe I do shade a little bit on the underside. Oh, this is looking good, people. Now they look like rose petals. I can't believe how much I love this orange. It's called yellowed orange. I love when the names are perfectly accurate.
You want these? They're vitamins.
Okay, hopefully.
So the yellow makes me a little nervous. A lot of times yellow doesn't show up on the Zoom feed. But I'll try. Let's see what this one looks like. Can you guys see this circle? It's a little washed out. Maybe I'll use the orange and add yellow to it. So here's my Seven Dwarfs hat. It looks like it feels like a cloud. Feels like kind of weightless. And I'm thinking about a hat when I draw it. My hat's a lot smaller. And then I'm going to fill it in yellow. I think the yellow will probably show up better, when it's working with the orange. It's really bold on my piece of paper, but because of the, I think it's just because of the light in the room that it doesn't show up quite as much. All right, so I got my red hair. And that pencil tip goes again. All right, we'll try another one here in a second. I'm really excited about my drawing though. I hope this pencil does not break again. Well, that's cool. There's like a little spiral down those bangs. I like spirals. Okay, now I have to come up with some dark color for the part that's inside the hat. And I think we're actually done. Then we can put, I don't know if there's finishing touches on there we could add. Maybe I'll just use a regular brown. I think the artist is attempting to show that there's like an inside, like the hat has, because of the flowers dancing, that it's spread out. I don't know, it doesn't work as well. My hat's kind of small. But it looks like it's the inside of the hat. I can get away with that. I'll bring some of this yellow underneath the hair. So yeah, for me, I think the arms were the hardest part for me. Maybe because they got so large. But it still looks all right. The nice thing about colored pencils too is that if you don't get it right on the first, the first color, you can always go over that color again. So I don't know if you guys know that, but with colored pencils, you can kind of put 2, 3. You can't really do more than 3 layers, I don't think, but you can definitely do 2. You can do 3 as well. The wax tends to build up too much after 3 though. And sometimes it builds up even just after 2. So pretty. She's so pretty. Oh, I'm kind of looking for a dark gray. I'm looking at the bottom of that dress, and I might go over that one more time, make it a little darker. Chrome blue. Ooh. This color is called sepia. It just looks like a gray. I'm gonna try that one. Mute. Okay, cool. So it's 10:30, so we're halfway, so that's perfect. Let's do a mid class. I'll stop the share and then I'll just see what you guys drew. And then of course, this class is so small, guys. If you have any questions, you can always just, all right, Spence, give me 1 second. Let me stop the share and I will pin you so I can actually see it and you're not in this like teeny thumbnail. Okay, stop share. Oh my gosh, you built a whole world. That thing is amazing. Look at all those textures. Is your paper textured?
No.
Nice pumpkin. You know what you're gonna be for Halloween?
What?
What are you gonna be for Halloween?
Minecraft Villager. You want me to get the head?
Yeah. Is it the one with the 2 X's? For eyes?
I'll show you.
Yeah. Brielle, do you guys want to show? I'm gonna pin you guys. Can we see what you got? Oh my gosh, yes. They're so good. Your arms are perfect, Brielle. All right. Let's see. Nathan, can you hold yours up again? Yours was kind of off to the side. Whoa, dude, that thing's awesome. Yeah, your arms, the arms look almost like wings. They look like wings like mine does. Great work. Yeah, and the markers are really fun. A good addition. I don't have any markers out, but I might for the next one. I think for the next one I might pull out some markers. Good work, guys. Team. Very good. All right, let me put this share back up there. Screen share. iPhone. Pad. All right, that was very exciting. Good job. When people aren't in person, like I can't, like in class, I can draw on the board and then I can look down across the room and I can see what people are working on. I can see their drawings developing. But then if I can't see people's drawings, I'm like, oh my gosh, are they doing good? Are they not doing well? Thanks for doing such a great job though. This over here. You guys want to draw a teddy bear? Let's just draw. It's not actually a teddy bear. It's actually it's the Goldilocks bear. And he is so cute. He's like the baby bear and Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Oh, whoa, Spence, dude. Did you make that or did you buy it? Oh my gosh, you made it. That thing is real. That is legit. That is legit. All right, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I mean, it looks so real. Those like pixelations, Spencer, it looks exactly like the game. There's my arm. Okay, let's do this. Once we draw the bear one time, then hopefully we can draw him in a couple different positions. This is, I think, the most finished version, but there's a side view too. That's really good. Okay, we're gonna use a lot of circles. So you guys got to do me a favor, and when we start drawing, just try to draw really lightly. When you use your pencil, try to draw really light. And then we'll be able to come back in with darker marks afterwards. There's my good paper. All right. Let's do this bear. So this is a story that never really made it into like the mainstream of Disney. But if you notice, there's going to be some similarities between this guy and Mickey Mouse. I'll give you a hint. I'm just going to draw this up here. So the first mark we're going to make is a circle. So let's do a circle. So we'll move that over. And the circle is going to be his head. So that's what I'm drawing. So yes, I'm drawing a circle, but I'm also drawing his head. But let me show you, when you add a circle and then add two small circles for ears, let me tell you, it starts to look a lot like a very familiar character of Mickey. So now it's not exactly the Mickey, but Mickey Mouse is pretty close. If you were to start to draw the symbol for Mickey Mouse, I think it's like the circle, and then I think the ears, I think on Mickey are bigger. Yeah, the ears are much larger on Mickey Mouse. So if you were to like fill that in, that's Mickey Mouse. So our bear has a bigger head and smaller ears. And we're not drawing Mickey, we're drawing, the bear. All right. Now, the next thing that we need to do, since we have the head and we have the ears, we have to get the eyes, nose, and mouth. So what I found is that with the artist, the way that they would do it is if you put a sideways oval towards the bottom, that's where we can then get positioned to do the eyes, because the eyes are going to be above that. So sideways oval, and we're going to place the nose next, but we got to get the eyes down first. So the snout is down here, sideways oval, and then a little trick that artists do to make it look like there's depth is when the head's turned, the eye that's closer to you, it's bigger than the eye that's further away. So I'm kind of intentionally making the eyes two different sizes. And then we got to put in his pupil. There's two little dots for the pupils inside the larger eyes. Okay, so we're checking this off the list. So we have the head, H-E-A-D. Then we have ears, E-A-R-S. Then we have the eyes, E-Y-E-S. And then we have to get the nose and the mouth. So the nose, I'm going to use nose and mouth. I'm going to use two. Okay, so the nose, I'm going to use a triangle. And I'm going to go back to my original oval, and I'm going to put it way far to the side. So look at this like triangle And if you look at the oval, it's on the far side. It's like further out than even the eye. And then just like with, if you were to do a bunny, remember, I always compare this to bunnies. So you do the triangle nose, and then you do the the snout where like the teeth come out. This is the bunny. This is my little bunny drawing down here in the corner. I use a triangle for the nose, and then there's a little split underneath the nose where you get the two upper lips, and in the middle of that split is where you put the teeth. So that's how I do the bunny, but the bear is the same way. So underneath this nose, you put that little split, and then the snout comes off the side into the corner of the mouth, and then it comes off the side this way too. But because the head turns, you really only hit the side of the oval, and then it ends there. The underneath the bunny, there's a chin, because that's how mouths work. So now we have to add a chin to our bear. I mean, your bear should look alive. If you used ovals for the eyes, gave it 2 dots. So once the eyes are open, the animal should look like it's living and breathing. Now we can add some more details. Looks like there's some fur between the eyes. Looks like there's the inside of the ear on this side, and that's shaded in. This guy's a bear, so he's covered in fur. Notice how the artist draws little hairs and little scratchy fur marks on the outside. So we needed to draw a circle for the ears, but now we have to replace that light circle with the edge, which is furry. So we needed that first line, and now we need to make that line a furry line. Oh gosh, she's looking good. And I mean, I'm looking everywhere. I mean, the bear is furry all around. I love that. Our bear has this like little costume on. He's so cute. I guess he's got a jacket that like kind of fits. If you ever put on a jacket that's like too tight, your arms like stick out to the side. I think that's what's going on here. So let's do his arms. We'll do a curve to the upper arm. And then the bear, he has barely any, oh, that's funny, barely. He barely has any fingers. In fact, he doesn't have any fingers. His paws look like mittens. So you know how mittens, you put mittens on, they don't have any fingers. Some gloves, they have fingers, and then others, they're just, you don't see any of the fingers. They're all joined together. And that's what his paws are. Now he does have a little thumb, which is cute, very human. So if we did a arm on one side, we can do an arm on the other. His thumb and his paw. Now I think we have to finish the jacket. Now he's got a little bow right at the base of his chin. And it is a black bow that's all filled in. So it's kind of nice about the bow because you don't have to do a lot of details. If you think about a bow that you'd put in somebody's hair, you have a bow on one side, it's tied in the middle, you have a bow on the other side, and then there's a little string that comes down. If this was not a ribbon, if it was just a string, bows, your shoes, they have one rabbit ear and the other rabbit ear, and then there's like 2 tails. That's kind of how you think about it. This side, you can just fill it in. So you get the bow on the left, the bow on the right, and then the two tails in the middle. So good. Before we put the rest of the jacket on, we're just going to fill out the rest of his legs. And it's actually easier than you might think. We're going to put in a nice little round belly. We're going to use a circle for the belly, which is really like kind of his body. His body is a circle. And then we're going to use a circle for the left leg, a circle for the right leg. And then just like we made that snout, remember we made the horizontal oval for the snout? We're going to do the same thing for his feet. So we got to give him 2 feet. I don't think so the artist left out his tail. If I slide this one over, let me just like slide this over for 1 second. So this is the other one. He's got all the same stuff. He's got a round belly. He's got an oval for the knee and the leg, sideways oval for the feet. And then you can see his little bear. Look at his little bear tail sticking out the back. So he doesn't have a bear tail over here, but I think he should. And I think the artist probably just left it out. So I'm going to make a little furry tail down there too. Cool. All right, so this is a kind of an interesting lesson because I hadn't thought about it like this, but you have to use the right shapes, and then you have to make those shapes into fur. So we get the side of his belly into his leg, and we're going to make these feet turn into fur, and then he's got bear claws. Oh my. 1, 2, 3. He should have 4. Why doesn't he have 4 bear claws? Okay, well, whatever. It's just a cartoon. So we've got the side of his leg, which is fur. We've got the side of his belly, which is fur. And then his belly is fur in the middle. And then I cannot even believe, I love these bear claws. I had slippers as a kid that were bears, like it was like furry, and they looked like bear feet, and they had claws that stuck out like this. They were so comfortable. So all the lines that are not furry, you can erase them. If they're just like an oval just sitting there, you can erase them. Put in my little bear tail. Yo, guess who's joining us? Stacy, you're still on mute. Stacy, it's unbearable that I can't hear your voice.
Recording in progress.
We remembered to record.
I'm so glad.
And you know who remembered? Kristen remembered.
Oh.
I know. She's like, remember to record. I was like, where's Stacy? Is everything okay? Did Morgan win his volleyball game?
They did win 3-0.
That's our Morgan.
Yes, that's our Morgan. Yes. How is everyone today? Who's here? Gretchen and Brielle. Am I pronouncing that correctly? And Nathan.
Brielle and Nathan made it, and then Spence made it. Mr. Messick is not here, and neither is Josephine. So I've been watching the waiting room. So they might be on vacay. What's up, guys? Come on in. You can grab a pencil and a piece of paper. Actually, yeah. I thought maybe you had a sketchbook. You can do a free draw. Cool.
Oh, and
I got
Mr.
about 10
Twist.
minutes left on the Zoom class.
Mr. Twist chose one of my favorite things
exactly.
to draw.
Sure.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad.
What's that, Stace?
You chose, I was saying Mr. Twist chose one of my favorite things to draw.
Bears?
The teddy bear.
I know. He technically is not a teddy bear.
Oh,
This is like Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
okay.
This is the concept. So I can show you a couple others. Wait, if I zoom out a little bit, Spence, you're gonna love this. Look at this frog. Can you guys see that frog up in the corner? Look at his smiley face. That is ridiculous.
Oh,
I love that guy though. I might draw that frog.
that is adorable.
Okay, so by the way, I forgot to mention this, but I needed to draw the belly first so I could show where the jacket goes. And the jacket is way too tight, obviously. He's like kind of outgrown the jacket. And that happens, when you grow up. I mean, you just clothes that fit you one year definitely don't fit you the next year. And sometimes that even happens when you're already grown up. But by putting the belly on there, I was then able to do the sleeves of the jacket, which I think we all know. These are the sleeves. And then there's the kind of the front of the jacket that is the part that's too small for him.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
So cute.
Spence, how'd it go? Nice. That's good.
Good.
So what you got to do is get your eraser out, Spencer. So if you look at his leg kind of like goes into the belly, and then this belly comes in front. So if you have your eraser, you can you just got to basically attach. It's good that we used the shapes initially, but then you got to basically connect the leg to the body. You got to erase some of those lines. And your legs are a little bit far apart, which I don't care. It's fine. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Spencer, hold that really still for me.
It's not a big correction, but it's an important one.
Can I see that again, Spencer? Oh,
It's
and
supposed to be creepy.
hold that nice and still for me. Great, thank you. Oh, his hat. Spencer, I love his hat.
Wait, we need to draw his hat, don't we?
Yeah, you've got to.
Right.
Spencer, next week, can we please see the artwork on your wall?
Okay.
Maybe? Thank you. I would really like that.
Yeah,
And Mr. Twist would too.
Yeah, you should show Stacy your Halloween costume too, if you still have it there. He's a character from Minecraft, and he made the house. You'll see.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Okay, so the hat.
Get out.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pixelated. It looks like it looks like the real thing. Okay, so if anybody wants to add this hat,
Great.
I'm going to start from the bottom and move up. So the first line is where the hat touches the head. And then the next line is kind of like the top of the brim or the rim of the hat.
Sure. I
And
love
then
it.
I'm going to add the top of the hat.
Oh my gosh.
The costume is actually brilliant.
Yeah, double thumbs up.
It's really
Spencer.
brilliant.
Oh my
Stacey, do you know what you're going to be for Halloween? You know what I did buy yesterday? I bought.
Tell me.
I bought the fake spider webs, so I can.
They are
I'm
great.
gonna make the whole front of my house like covered in spider webs. I might get like a huge spider. I might like sculpt a huge spider. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll make my own.
I'll tell you what's great. You know those styrofoam balls?
You mean one of these? It's a big styrofoam ball.
Yep. Paint it black,
Yeah.
googly eyes, glued on, and extra long furry.
Yeah. What do you recommend for the legs?
The extra long furry pipe cleaners.
So I got to get pipe cleaners.
And you can make them really thick by just like braiding several. We used to do that all over my house.
In the last couple minutes here, before we show what we have, let's fill it in. Let's shade it in a little bit. You don't have to shade it in dark, but it's a bear, and the bear has fur everywhere. So you want to try to get, hey, how's it going? Welcome back. You kind of want to, as you're shading it in, you want to try to make it look like fur. So I don't know exactly how to explain that. Like, I'm using little circles, like little light circles, but I'm also thinking about fur. I have fur in my mind. I'm trying to make it really consistent so I can maybe blend it out, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. But you just like make it look like they're little hatch marks, so it makes it look like it's growth. The hair is growing all over. It's like they don't have clothes, so that's what makes it funny that he's wearing a jacket. So there's just like fur everywhere. So the paws get fur, the legs get fur, the belly gets fur.
Oh, for goodness sakes!
For goodness sake, that's funny. So depending on how dark you make your bear, like how dark the fur is, you may have to come back in and darken up some of your lines, like this thumb. I kind of make that thumb stand out a little bit more. This guy's so darn cute. I can't even get it. I can't. Like, how did they not make a full movie out of this?
Have you named this beautiful sweet bear?
No.
Okay.
Does he baby bear? There's mama bear, there's papa bear, mama bear, baby bear.
Yes.
That's how it goes. God bear, papa bear, baby, mama bear, baby bear. Back to God bear. Ooh, that was weird. I just tasted my coffee and it tasted like Earl Grey tea.
Oh, that's.
Hey guys, come on in. How are you? What's your name? Lauren. Yes, we talked to you this week.
Brielle and Nathan, are you ready to show yours?
A piece of paper and a pencil.
Okay,
and I have
let's
a
start
Zoom
with
class and I'm
Brielle.
just finishing up. There's like 2 minutes left. So you can come on in, sketch wherever you want, grab a seat anywhere you want. Hey there.
Go ahead and hold yours up.
What's that, Stace?
Oh.
Hold on, let me stop the share. Let's see it.
A little closer. Yep. And free. Look, a little. There we go. Oh.
He looks a little grumpy bear.
So sweet. And what was the first one that you drew, Brielle, on that same piece of paper? Can I see that too?
That was the ballerina dancer that we did.
Oh, beautiful. I love her
I think
skirt.
we might have to draw one of those today.
Her tutu. Not her 3-3.
That's so nice.
Tutu.
I might repeat this lesson because it went so well.
Nathan, how about you? Can we see yours? Whoa. Oh,
there's the ballerina.
gosh.
Oh yeah.
And the bear.
Look at that bear.
So sweet. Very nice. Yeah, the two of you did a really good job. I hope you had as much
You need
fun
help again.
as it looks like you
Take the
did.
cushion chair. All right, people. This is really good. Spence, let's see your last one, dude. I'm gonna pin you. Pin.
Oh, I love it.
Please pin. Yes, that is what I
got.
got.
Monkey. It's one of those monkeys that have those symbols and then they clap
Yeah. The wind up
thing right
toy.
here.
Yeah, let me see your bear.
Yeah,
And freeze. And your turnkey in the back is wonderful.
yeah, I like the turnkey.
Yes, creative
Real
license,
quick, Spence,
as
I'm
we're
gonna-
supposed to say.
Guys, let me show you. I have to go in 1 second, but I do want to show you this. Hold on, Spencer. The turnkey, you can make it look 3D so fast, like you can't even imagine. So like I'm just gonna draw it really large right here. So you have the turnkey, and you draw it just like how you did. You know, it goes like this, and it's got an opening. So then all you have to do is add a little thickness to the top like this. And then this is the key. Oh, no pun intended. And then you do the thickness of the bottom inside. And then you can actually even shade that a little bit. So then it feels 3D so quickly. And then there's the bear tail and there's the bottom of the bear. Right?
Trevor?
Is that helpful? Yes, Dave.
May I see your ballerina?
Oh, yes. This is definitely the best thing that I drew today.
Oh, wow. That's
I
beautiful.
know. I think I'm going to teach that to the class right now, actually.
Wow. It's like a beautiful ballerina
It's like a ballerina flower.
flower mushroom.
Oh, it is. It's supposed to be a mushroom?
It's a flower ballerina mushroom.
Yeah.
I love it.
I never saw the hat. The hat looks like it's like one of the 7 dwarfs.
Now I see that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Yeah. And did you see Spence's? Spence, hold that up again. Stacy, can you see Spencer's?
Spencer, hold that nice and still. Now I can. Wow.
I know. I was like a whole full-blown composition.
Yeah.
Brielle
So nice.
and Nathan, thank you so much. Spencer, it was always a pleasure. Stacy, you don't have to come over, but it'd be great to see you.
Oh, well, this is the 11 o'clock though.
Yeah, I got to get going. That's why everybody's
Okay.
already hard at work, and I'm not even there.
Okay. I'll see you in a minute. Well,
Okay,
I think,
bye.
well, I'll talk
See you
to
soon.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.